Jin. Peke Jin.
Daddy. I think I look like Becky.
Because the sun is really
Ay ka direct close.
Sandali lang. Madalian ba to? Ma. Hindi ba katapat itong magkatapat, ma? Dati sarado yan eh, dito lang bubukas eh. Yeah. Ngayon open to the public. Yeah, 911 Memorial. May subway pala oh. Ano?
May onboard start pala. May fix na naman.
Asan? Paano mo nalaman?
Jennifer Crowley and her onboard start.
Yeah.
Ano?
Maganda yung araw eh.
Nalabas tayo dito, ma'am.
Madaling madali.
Ha?
Madaling madali ka.
Nakabas ka kang mamaya dito.
Ito yung isa. Yung isang ano.
Ayun yung North Tower. Ito yung South Tower.
Yeah. This is the North Tower. The first one is the South Tower.
Who else do we have?
stay close by. So you're saying we could just get online here?
Anong malaki? Patingin nga. How cute.
Ma, tatay yung kino. Ay, nakalimutan ko ikaw si Robby. Kumuha ka na lang mamaya ulit yung bowlers. Yung 911. Ayun o, ayun o. Kumuha akong tatlo, eh nakalimutan ko si Robby.
Ano ba yan?
Libre naman. Ayun o. Kaya ako nagpunta dun eh.
Nalagay ko yan sa box of memory.
Kuha ka uli mamaya ha.
Ah, papasok ko dito.
Mama, ma, tingin ka naman. Love you, ma.
It's okay. Ang puti-puti mo.
Love you, ma.
Namumuti ka, parang kamuti.
O, kuha ka na isang bowlers kaya ano.
Ano mga isang dosen na padala natin sa Pilipinas.
Yes.
Tatlo ulit, apat. Kahit man lang yung mapapalo.
Number 3.
Yes.
1, 2. Move number 3.
Mami.
Ma'am.
Ano yan nakuha mo?
Isang dosen na.
Pasok tayo dyan mamaya.
Saan ba dyan?
Station.
Mall lang naman yan eh.
Hindi, it's a train station.
It's a station? Eh, ba't di tayo dyan lumabas? Ha?
Hindi ko alam. Sinabi ko nga bababa nga doon. Ayaw niyo bumaba.
Eh, wala na kamong time. Tapos sinabi mo bababa. Ano ba talaga? Packaging. Ang galing ano?
Hello, sir. You're gonna have to turn it off.
Oh.
Ito na yung bumagsak na.
Yung dalawang bumagsak. Tapos na-damage yung other 6.
Pero tinibag na rin. Ito yung bakal. Yan yung pinakaano niya. Yan. Isa sa mga
Eh, yung mga
column niya.
Yung mga katabing building niya. Eh, bakit dapat pala din tayo?
Dapat nag-stairs tayo? Mamaya.
Yan. Yan yung one of the main structure.
Pillars na yan. Ano na lang ba yun?
Tingnan mo naman yung tigas, oh ma. Tingnan mo naman yung kapal ng bakal.
Really? Magaganyan ka dito.
Bakit ba?
Pero...
Iisipin mo, ano, peke?
Yeah.
Daddy.
Tara na anak.
Fire smoke balloons into the air. Really happening on TV. Now it's
I think everybody, as I knew, that we were under attack.
This was the first attacks and also February 1993. It explores why the World Trade Center and other American landmarks.
September 11th, 2001. I'll never forget it when
I was in a coffee shop in Knoxville, Tennessee.
watching Reg. I was driving to work at 5:45 all the time. In my office, Chicago at about 8 a.m.
I hear my mother voice say, "We're okay." And I had no idea what she meant. And she said, "Oh my God, you don't know the plane we just crashed into?"
The World Trade Center just got hit by a plane.
This flipped and I got a very, very friendly phone call. Number of people down the director, isn't it?
Yawan ko na ulit. Ay, ito yan eh.
Ito yung slurry bar. Here,
When it was built in the 1960s, the slurry wall was considered an engineering marvel of the original World Trade Center design. A hole 7 stories deep had to be excavated in order to build the complex. The slurry wall formed the perimeter of the massive trench designed to keep water from the Hudson River from filling that hole. The original face of the slurry wall is revealed here between newer, reinforced sections of the wall installed after 9/11. On 9/11, the collapse of the towers caused cracks in the slurry wall, testing its structural integrity. Had the wall been breached, subway tunnels and parts of lower Manhattan might have flooded, compounding the already unimaginable devastation. But as recovery workers reinforced the wall, it held. Hearing the story of the slurry wall, World Trade Center master planner Daniel Liebskin saw it as a symbol of the durability of democracy, emblematic of America's endurance and resilience. Remembering the spirit of compassion and public service that defined the days, weeks, and months after the attacks, we know a better world is possible. People came together, doing whatever they could do to help. I remember it so well. Working with friends and neighbors in Tribeca, I helped launch an annual film festival to support the economic and cultural revival of Lower Manhattan. The lesson we all learned was that we can withstand the worst by coming together and bring out the best in our communities and in each other.
The next stop on this tour is halfway down the ramp, beside 2 large photographs of the Twin Towers.
Sabi. Side ko.
The World Trade Center was built with the idea of promoting peace through world trade. On 9/11, that aspiration for world peace was attacked when commercial airplanes hijacked by terrorists were crashed into each of the Twin Towers, followed by another into the Pentagon. A 4th hijacked plane was headed in the direction of our nation's capital. It crashed near the town of Shanksville, Pennsylvania, after passengers and crew resisted. About 2 billion people, nearly a third of the world's population in 2001, viewed the events of 9/11 either in real time or in repeated broadcasts that day. This level of collective witness was unprecedented. On the morning of September 11, 2001, I was only a few blocks north of the World Trade Center and watched from my window in disbelief as my city was attacked. On that day, everyone's sense of history changed. Going forward, there would always be the time before 9/11
Ito yung
and the time
before.
after.
Ito yung after.
Yung wala na.
Wala na siya.
Galing na magic.
Yeah. That's before. And after.
Here, dominating the space of Memorial Hall, is a quote from the Roman poet Virgil that captures the commemorative context for the entire museum, suggesting the transformative potential of remembrance. Each letter was forged from remnant World Trade Center steel by blacksmith Tom Joyce. Here's Tom.
As a blacksmith, I've spent a lot of time thinking about the properties of iron. There's iron in every red blood cell, and it's the iron in our blood that brings oxygen to the cells in our bodies. In a sense, iron makes life possible. Whenever it is touched by fire, iron goes through a transformative process, and that is what you can see in the letters of the Virgil quote. I was invited to use material salvaged from the ruins of the World Trade Center.
Welcome to Memorial Hall. You descended to the exhibition level alongside an historic artifact, the Vesey Street Stairs. In their original location at the north end of the World Trade Center, the stairs connected a raised outdoor plaza to the street below. On 9/11, these steps served as an escape route for hundreds of people fleeing the chaos and devastation at the site.
Reminding us that Virgil's words are not just a statement, they are a promise.
Surrounding the quote is a site-specific art installation called Trying to Remember the Color of the Sky on That September Morning. Artist Spencer Finch created this work to pay tribute to the victims and to explore both the personal and the collective nature of memory.
Hindi ba naka-display ito dati?
Inspired by him.
Yan, gawa ng OCC yan. Yung Orange County Chopper. Ginawa nila yan. Nandito na yung pagkaso. Hindi pa buo. Nakita na natin. Pero hindi alam na nila magiging design. Kaya ganyan ang ginawa nilang yung design. Pero ginawa na to dati pa.
Sino nauna sila?
Ito. Dalawa pa yun eh. Yari na to eh. Ano naman yan? Mga ano lang. Mga artifacts lang.
Ang galing, no? Na
Ito yung mga steel columns ng World Trade.
Ito ba yun?
Box
Steel
column
columns?
remnants. In this corridor, a long depression in the floor reveals part of the original footprint of the South Tower. About 8 feet wide and a few inches deep, this depression allows a view of the original perimeter columns of the tower. Lights from an overhang on the underside of the tower volume shine down on the remnants of a series of box columns, each about 2 feet by 2.5 feet. A 20-foot-tall piece of twisted steel stands at the end of the corridor, tethered to a wall and surrounded by a low railing. This steel once comprised 3 exterior structural columns of the World Trade Center, stretching from the 93rd to the 96th floor of the North Tower.
Yung tinibag naman.
Doon tayo sa gilid, sa gilid.
A railing and waist-high glass partition separate a 92-foot-long ramp from a display dedicated to the construction of the World Trade Center. In an excavated area of the South Tower foundation, 10 box column stumps anchored into bedrock line the gently sloping ramp. On the wall, 5 black and white photographs show phases of the building project, interspersed with quotes such as, "This is a building project like no other, in size, in complexity, in revolutionary concepts. The Port Authority of New York and New Jersey, the World Trade Center, a building project like no other, 1972. The sight of those 2 mammoth aluminum-faced slabs is annoyingly familiar. I didn't realize what they reminded me of, however, until I opened a box of staples. Glenn Collins, New York Times, 1972.
Bathtub.
At the bottom of the ramp, the final photograph in color shows a vibrant blue sky behind the completed towers.
Ito mga relics din lang ito. Rescue operation. Pati aso kasama nila sa rescue operation. Kasi yung aso, di ba?
Ano naman gagawin niya pag nakahamoy?
Di tatahol, tatahol.
Pala ko, upo siya.
Ayun o, tumatahol o. Pag may nakikita siya, tumatahol.
Sabi ko yung sex daw, na-depress talaga. Kasi puro na lang nakahanap ko nila yung mga patay na.
Yung mga aso?
Yung mga nakahanap na lang nila patay na.
Ba't alam mo ng aso yun? Alam mo ng aso na patay.
Yan, napakita ko ng mga aso. Ito na ba itsura nito?
Son los que ayudaron a rescatar
y les están haciendo, este sí completamente en pleno, dentro del agua del pueblo.
Somebody comments to them to put in these photos. Here's Maria.
Tapos na tayo, anak? Tapos na?
No photography.
The artifact in front of you is a partial remnant of that
Ito yung
antenna.
pinakamain antena ng Tower
At just
1.
under 20 feet, it's about 1/20th of the original length of the antenna. Peter B. Kaplan is an internationally recognized photographer known for taking daring photos from extreme heights. The record-breaking height of the original World Trade Center was one of his inspirations.
Standing on the plaza, looking up, I couldn't see the tops of the towers. Even before the buildings were completed, I was curious to see what the view from the top looking down would be. I finally had my chance and was escorted to the roof, but there was no way to look straight down unless I climbed down on 3 open steel beams.
This motor powered either a surface elevator or one of the express elevators that transported passengers in less than a minute from the plaza to the highest floors of the towers.
Fire truck occupies the center of the floor, its front cab missing. Long ladders stretching along the flat roof curve down over the front of the truck. Dented rails and rungs forming a shade where the windshield once existed. Text notes that this truck was driven to the World Trade Center on 9/11. Firefighters from Ladder Company 3 parked the truck on West Street near Vesey Street before entering the North Tower. A photo shows firefighters spraying water from a hose. The caption notes, all 11 responding members of Ladder Company 3 were inside the building and killed when it collapsed at 10:28 a.m. A white number 3 stands out on a twisted red bumper on display. An inscription painted on the truck's back panel, Jeff, we will not forget you, honors Ladder Company 3 firefighter Jeffrey John Giordano, who died on 9/11. More about this fire truck is available on the Witnessing History Tour. Tap the button for this additional commentary.
Ito yung na-recover. Yan o.
That's why I'm doing this.
Ayan yun, anak. Ito na yun. Wala na makikita dito.
Hindi pa natin nakita ito eh.
Hindi ba nandun sa itaas tayo nung makita natin yan? Andito tayo sa itaas.
Ayun ba?
Yan yun eh.
Ayun ba?
Oras, 1 hour and 30. Bus.
Sipin mo na lang ba, no? Hindi ko alam, ha? Suot ka, sige. Grabe.
Anak. Oh my God.
Anak.
Dito na ako.
Stop, ah.
Stop.
Bakit? Bakit? Ha? Ano?
Ayan na naman, miscommunicate. That's what
Dito tayo pupunta, anak?
Nasa labas ng food court yung burger. Sabi nga, paglabas tayo, Burger King. Paglabas doon sa food court, hindi dito. Train station.
So ano, saan tayo pupunta natin?
Brooklyn Bridge.
Brooklyn
Kita
Bridge
ba
na.
ako? Kita ba ako? Brooklyn Bridge.